Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Violet Hausthor, joined this week by Mark Ramone and Calendula. And you just heard Home by the Fivers, and we have them paired up with A Night Like This by The Cure, as this is one of our pairings shows, where we pair a nationally or internationally renowned artist up with one from our West New England area. And we figure, hey, if you like the nationally or internationally renowned artist, you'll probably like the local one too.
Absolutely.
And starting off that block, we had Escalate by Toxic Friends paired up with Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division. Ooh, that's a fun set.
Absolutely. I feel like everybody knows that Joy Division song.
Yeah, it is massively, massively popular. It's probably one of the best known singles of all time, I'd reckon.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's just hugely popular.
And it's really good.
It is perfect. It is a perfect single for what it is. And so we have that paired up with Toxic Friends, Escalate, which is really cool and really, really idiosyncratic. Ooh, funky stuff.
The connection for me, again, on this one was that driving guitar rhythm.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can definitely hear how the Joy Division track could have influenced that song for sure.
Yeah, I hear it with little synth touches and the fun guitar tone. And then the vocals, all their own. Toxic Friends is mostly the project of Eric Gaffney, who is the co-founder of Sebadoh, which is another very, very well-known local band.
And Gray Matter. And other bands. There's tons of bands he's been in, I think.
For sure. Yeah, really fun track here. Really interesting things going on with that.
And this came out in 2019?
Yeah, and I wasn't sure if he recorded it back in the 80s and just released it now, or if it's some, but he's always been working on a 4-track cassette.
Wow.
That's impressive. That's hard to do.
And it still sounds good.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of that, like a lot of music that came from those 4-track cassette recorders sound good, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go out of your way to use a 4-track cassette, even now, you should probably know how to use it, you know? And he does. Absolutely does. Oh, absolutely. And then The Cure, Night Like This. Not one of their massively successful hit singles or anything like that, but definitely a really good track.
Yes, I chose this just because of how much it reminded me of the Fivers song Home.
I hear it, yeah.
Just like the way it starts and kind of like the groove and also even the structure of the song. I feel like it all kind of aligned in a lot of interesting ways. But yeah, I also really like this song by The Cure. Hey,
I'm never going to complain about more B-sides, you know?
Yeah, it is lesser known, but yeah. It's one of my favorite albums by them too. I really like this whole album, The Head on the Door. It was their 6th album that was released in 1985.
Absolutely. Right, the height of the career, you know?
Yeah.
This album was my first taste in alternative music, really. It what led me off the pop path into something different. And it definitely is dark and brooding and melancholy. It's the antithesis of upbeat commercial pop music.
Yeah, it's a classic.
I think the Fivers really captured that essence.
Absolutely. This is an awesome, awesome track. They're based out of the New Haven area. Oh, that Fivers track is so cool. There's so much going on. The fun little synth touches, the guitar tone, that classic like gated reverb snare. It is like absolutely steeped in the 80s, but not even just steeped in the 80s. I hear like a bit of 70s production in there as well. It's very cleverly done.
Yes, I absolutely agree. And they're a band. They're just a trio. 2 brothers, Ben Basaki and Sam Basaki. Ben Basaki's on the drums, Sam Basaki on bass and vocals, and their guitarist is Rafe Kimball. And they're originally childhood friends from Pasadena, California, but I think a few years ago relocated to Connecticut. And yeah, they have a lot of their songs are really, really good. I highly recommend them. And they're, very atmospheric. They've got a lot of really great kind of like retro-y 70s, 80s vibe to them. But also really, really incredible musicians.
Yeah, this is super sharp. The drumming is impeccable, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to see them live. And I guess they're going to be doing some shows this fall.
Yes, definitely. I
Cool.
think they're going to be announcing it on their social media channels and such relatively soon. So
Exciting. And
yeah.
plus, this track Home was off of their new album Time We Share, which just came out last month. So
yes.
they are absolutely killing it out there. Really good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we have one more pairing for you. One of my classic picks. We're going to be pairing up Hysteria by Muse up with The Architect by Mile Marker Zero. So let's start things off with Muse. Here's Hysteria.